Good morning, everybody. It's 11 o'clock here, Vegas time, on Wednesday, December 12th, 2018. Okay, so I wanted to share some information with you guys. I was awakened this morning because someone added me to a mass text. There's approximately 20 people or 19 people that all received the same text. And I'm not sure who sent it to me because I have a new phone and I don't have everybody's phone numbers programmed into my new phone. But this mass text message conversation that somebody made me a part of is about the post that Ammon Bundy made on December 10th, just a couple of days ago. Now, I am aware of a division within those group of people that once supported the Bundys in April 2014 and then again out at the Malheur National Wildlife Refuge. There's just a big divide going on within those group of people, and I have just stayed out of it. After I closed the Patriot home here in Nevada, I just have not talked to very many people. I think, the last time I've talked to anybody, I think, was in January. No, that's not true. I talked to John Lamb after he got out of the hospital from his vehicle accident. And there's a few other people that I talked to around the same month that I spoke to John when he got out of the hospital. But all of these political conversations that are happening within the group, I just stay out of it. And the division that's going on within those group of patriots, I have remained neutral on it. I've been accused of taking sides, trying to take... it's just not true. I will not. I've been accused of taking sides, trying to take certain people down, and it's just not true. I will not choose sides. Let me give you a little bit of my background real quick, guys. I had a very violent family upbringing, and there was always division in my family. And I used to take sides when I was a kid up until the age of 12. And I remember making a conscious decision at that time to not take sides because it not only does not solve the situation when you take sides, it ends up affecting your relationships with others in my family that chose to stand on the other side of the argument. And, it never resolves any disagreement that people in the family had when others start to take sides and start to defend the person. So here's what I've come to realize. At the age of 12, I just refused to take sides, which automatically made me an outsider on both sides of the issue, which is pretty much where I stand right now. If I don't agree, I don't say anything. If I do agree, I don't say anything because it's not my argument to be had. I would like to see people resolve their differences and stuff like that. And if they can't, then just agree to disagree. So the kind of dysfunction I grew up with such a large family, I see this in the Patriot community. There's this force of will to conform with what others believe, and if you don't, you're rejected. You're bashed. People call you names. I mean, they just get downright nasty. There's a belief. People believe that they are their opinions. That there's an emotional attachment to these people's opinions. And the funny part about it is it's just an opinion. It doesn't, it's not who you are. It's just a idea or thought or belief that you hold. Now, the sum of all of your beliefs does determine what you do and what you say and stuff like that. And you can examine that belief if what you're doing or saying is causing you problems in your life. But people are not doing that. There's this flip-flop going on right now. And I understand, and this is why I've stayed out of this. Ammon Bundy has a lot of compassion for the people that want to come to the U.S., that caravan. And he made a video explaining, these people, are trying to get away from a corrupt government. Well, coming here is not going to get them away from a corrupt government, because I think at this point, this day and age, all governments are corrupted. I think the sovereignty of nations has been threatened for a while. There's certainly no boundaries when it comes to commerce. I mean, these people are freely trading. Most of the products we see on our shelves today are coming from China. And it's hard to believe that China actually has the American people's best interest at heart. So who knows what these products are made of, what's in the food, stuff like that. But people willingly buy this stuff. It's so cheap and terrible. Anyways, I think see, that's the thing. I have a lot of opinions about a lot of things, and I have an opinion, even about what Ammon has, his stance on the issue. I understand where he's coming from. I don't think he's wrong. On the people on the other side that are that want these people kept out, I understand their opinion too, and I don't think they're wrong either. What I see going on from both sides, from Ammon's side and from the other side, they're regurgitating crap they've heard on social or on the media. That these people are drug pushers and that they're this and they're that. Really, you don't even know these people. The media has said these people are criminals. I heard Trump in his talks yesterday with Pelosi referring to these people, as criminals and stuff like that too. If you don't know these people personally, how can you say they're criminals? Secondly, President Trump, you are surrounded by criminals. You're employed in the federal government. If you want to drain a swamp, like you said, drain the one around you first. And then, but you can't hold this belief to keep all these people out of here because they're criminals when our country is full of criminals and they're right underneath your nose. Okay, guys, see, that's an opinion I have. Doesn't mean I'm against Trump. I appreciate Trump because he made promises during his campaign, and he is trying really hard to keep those promises. He wants that wall because that was a campaign promise that he made, and he is looking to keep his promises. That's an odd thing, guys, in today's political arena, to find somebody that actually got elected that cares about the promises that they made the people. So, kudos to Trump for that. Okay, so I digress again, so I'm going to go ahead and start over with this. So Ammon posted on December 10th, he made a post. And I'm trying to make it to where you guys can see it yourself. It's a pretty long post. I really do not want to read the whole thing. But basically, the gist of it is he's trying to explain his belief, why he believes the way he believes, and it's all about loving your neighbor. Okay, and yeah, these people are our neighbors. Okay, and they're human beings. I mean, helping others. It doesn't matter what the color of your skin is, or where you're from, or whatever. Help your people is helping people, not some people. You know what I mean? And I think in Ammon's heart, he he sees, he believes that these people need to be helped. But he's also relying on something that he doesn't know for sure because he's never talked to all of these individuals. We don't know that they're leaving because their government is corrupt. We don't know that. Unless I have a face-to-face conversation with each individual in that caravan, I don't know their personal reasons for wanting to come here. I find it odd that a mass amount of people all want to come here at the same time and join together in a caravan. I mean, I don't think it's a grassroots effort to be doing this. I think all these individuals are gaining something from it. Whatever. But it's just a political issue. But a lot of people, because of Ammon's stance, and this is why I'm making this video, a lot of people with the Patriot community are telling Ammon Bundy they even regret coming to defend. Here, that's the amazing part. Let me scroll this up. Let's see. In the past few weeks, several people on social media have commented that they regret coming to our defense. Some stated we should have let them kill you. That's terrible. Oh my gosh. That's terrible. Some of their friends were unjustly in prison for 2 years. Several people helped support our wives and children. Recently, there have been comments describing how some of these people regretted helping our wives and children and are requesting my family and towards members of the same faith have been proposed. Comments correlating my opinion with my faith read, we should dig holes for them all or run them all to Mexico. All of these comments came because I expressed a view different from the evolving mainstream movement that is typically supported my family. After seeing the explosive reaction by so many towards someone who was previously honored by them, it has caused me much reflection upon who the people in this nation are becoming. And he goes on to explain what his beliefs are. And I can't say that I disagree with Ammon. But like I said, guys, there are good points that are made on the other side, too. Ammon is coming from a place of faith. Many people on the other side are coming from a place of fear. Thus, the difference of opinions. But let me tell you something, guys. Everybody has an opinion. And your opinion is not you. It's just a small piece of you. We all have a lot of opinions. And our opinions are usually, based on our belief system. I think my main concern is this need to conform. God forbid if you have a different opinion than other people, you're attacked. And to the point where people are saying, we should have let them kill you. Who said that? Is that really what's in your heart? I mean, if you disagree with the man, you believe that, the man you disagree with should be killed? That's terrible. That's terrible. But it goes to show the spiritual bankruptcy that permeates not just the Patriot community, but the world. I mean, there is a spiritual bankruptcy going on, and this is what's causing all of this issue. Everybody's opinions flip-flop. Keep them out. You don't know these people. They're illegal aliens, and they don't deserve to be here. or to make demands on this country. I agree with that, okay? But what about the ones that are already here? What should we do with them? You know, to ship them, to pack them all up and ship them all back, when many of them have created a life here. They've had children, they've raised families here, so half of the family is American, the other half is from another country. You know, do you really want to divide a family? I mean, it's a hell of a quandrum. Okay, so a mother, and I know this for a fact, I know of a mother and a husband that brought their whole family over here. They had 2 children, and they all came across here illegally. Okay, the children didn't have a say in it. They were just children at the time, little children at the time. So the parents made a decision to come across the border illegally, and now the children are grown. They're adults, but they were brought here illegally, and in order to become legal citizens, you know, to get a green card or whatever, you know, they have to fill out a paperwork, and then they're interviewed at the embassy, which means that they have to go back to Mexico to be interviewed to see if they're going to get their green cards. But these children, they don't even remember Mexico. Okay, they didn't have a say in being brought over here, and I could tell you this much: it would be a pretty scary thing for these kids that are now adults to go over there when they don't know anybody there. And it's not like you're going to go over there to have an interview and be able to come back. Do you understand? These kids that are now adults, they have to go over there and they wait. And the wait, I've done my research on this, and I've talked to some individuals that are in this quandrum. The wait could be as much as 10 years. So what do you do for 10 years in a country where you don't know anybody, you don't know their ways, you're raised in America, you know, you were born in another country, but your parents brought you over here illegally, and it's all you've ever known. And in order to get your green card, you have to go over to the country that you originally came from and wait. And that wait could be as much as 10 years. Okay? Realistically, guys, let's talk about this too. If these children have grown and married, and they have children of their own, many of them choose to remain illegal because they don't want to leave the families that they now have. Now, mind you, the children, they didn't have a part in the decision making to bring them here. It was their parents that brought them here. Okay? So now it is the children that are suffering the sins of their parents. And there is no recourse for them that will not divide their family. Okay? And the reason why I'm telling you guys this is because I know this from personal experience. I know people, you know, that were brought over here illegally as children. And they're now grown adults, and they've talked about this. They don't know what to do because they are Americans. They speak our language. They've lived, you know, in this country almost all their lives, but it was their parents that brought them here. Okay? To rectify the situation, they have to leave America and go back to the country, which they don't even remember because they were brought over here as kids. Some of them were even babies. Okay? So they have to go over there and wait. And they go to the interview at the embassy, and there is no guarantee that they will let them in our country, that they will give them a green card. Okay? So they'll have to stay over there. They're at the whim of a government. Many of them don't want to take that chance, and so they remain here, and they remain here as undocumented immigrants. Okay? What do we do about those individuals? Okay? That's just one issue of this. The individuals I'm talking about that I know are in this situation, they're not criminals. But legally, they can't be hired. So if you do hire them, you have to pay them cash under the table. There is no law that says they can't own a business. So many of them work for cash for years until their family as a whole save up money to start their own businesses. That's legal, okay? If I want to go in business with an undocumented immigrant, they would have to be a partner in my corporation, a member of the corporation, because I couldn't hire them as employees. That would be illegal. Okay? Do you guys see what I'm saying? I mean, there's been some concessions made in our law for individuals that are considered illegal aliens. But what the people are not talking about, politicians and the people on social media, what they're not talking about is the children that were brought over here by their parents. They didn't choose it. And now that they're adults and it's the only life they've known, in order to rectify the situation, they have to leave their families and leave the country and hope and pray that someday they get back in here once they cross the border and go back. To many of those individuals, you know, it's not a chance they're willing to take, so they continue to stay here as undocumented. So what do we do about that issue? Okay, now the reason why I'm sharing all this is because all of these mass texts that I was getting, somebody made me part of the conversation to respond to what Ammon wrote on social media, and there's about 19 people involved in this text message, this group conversation, okay? And some of these text messages that are from the people that are a part of this group conversation, right, hateful, okay? I'm not going to go with this open border or blue ISIS crap. I'll stand with God, country, and the president, build the wall, and vet all that come in. Fix this broken immigration system. Time, all businesses are punished for hiring illegal aliens. If we don't fix it now, we won't have If we don't fix it now, we won't have a country or a constitution to worry about. You won't have the freedom to express your Christian beliefs. There's evil that marches across the world. The U.S. is the ultimate goal of conquest. Okay, so here's the issue that I have with just this here, okay? I'm not going to go with this open border or blue ISIS crap. I will stand with God, country, and president. God, country, and president, not with the people, okay? God, country, and president, okay? That's what this individual is saying. I will stand with God, country, and president. Standing with God is great. Standing with a country, what about the people in the country? You know, even if they were brought over here illegally and they've grown up here, what about those people? The people that I was describing before, okay? Are you going to stand with those people that have been here and that have contributed all their lives to this country, or are they going to get sent back? And president, you don't even know the president, okay? We know the idea of Trump, but the majority of us do not personally know Trump. So you're standing with someone, you really don't know who they are behind closed doors. Build the wall and vet all that comes in. Who's going to build the wall? Not you. It's your belief. This is what you want, but are you going to be a part of building the wall? And vet all that come in. Are you going to be a part of the vetting? Okay, fix this broken immigration system. Are you going to be involved in the fixing it? Time, all businesses are punished for hiring illegal aliens. Are you going to be a part of the punishing process? That's the thing. Everybody has all these ideas, but very few people make themselves a part of it to implement their ideas. Okay? Everybody's got an idea. Everybody has an opinion. But how many people act on it versus how many people impose their opinion on others and expect them to do it? Because this person here, build the wall, you're not going to be a part of building it. Okay? You're going to let someone else do it, you know. You have this idea, but you're not going to be a part of building the wall. You're not going to be a part of fixing the broken immigration system. Okay? You're not going to be a part of businesses being punished, which I think is ridiculous, to punish an entire business for hiring illegal aliens. I'm a business owner myself. I have come across the issue of hiring illegal immigrants. Okay, and I can tell you, I have a lot of compassion for the situation these people are in. I have seen it firsthand. Oh my God, I have so much experience with this. It's easy to say this stuff, but when you're on the ground and you're involved in it, especially with the illegal aliens that are looking for work to take care of their families, you need to keep in mind the idea of the person that you're wanting to punish. You don't even know who they are, okay? You don't know their circumstances or situations or how they got here, or the fact that most of them didn't even choose for themselves. It was their parents that brought them here, okay? So this is ridiculous to punish a business. You know, okay, so this is what I'm saying, guys, is I don't think that people are actually even thinking through these opinions. They're just regurgitating stuff that's been said. Okay? I doubt very seriously that this is original ideas. Okay? Let's see. Somebody posted a meme. It says, my country also has a door, so does Israel. 1,200 have already been broken in San Diego. Okay, so here another person is against the idea. And we'll go, I mean, this is what woke me up this morning, is the notice of all these text messages I'm getting. Okay, because someone decided to make me a part of this conversation, and without my consent. Okay, and this individual says, Ammon, you're wordsmithing. You start your blog referencing the commotion of the past few weeks. You can't say it's not about your stance on immigration. Additionally, it's not even about you having a difference of opinion, but rather you seem to have contempt for anyone that does not follow you. And that's not true. That's not true. Ammon doesn't hold contempt for other individuals. For God's sakes, he came up against a federal government and didn't even have contempt for them. I mean, the man is full of compassion for everybody, and he really does try to live by his beliefs. You know, this is, I don't know who posted this, I just have the phone number. So, and then here's a post or a text message. Somebody says, show me where I called you a warmonger and tell my stance on immigration. I would, okay, so there's all these text messages. Somebody cussing because they were even made a part of the conversation. So I don't think anybody was asked before they received this, were made a part of the conversation. So Angela is telling somebody how to get off of the conversation if they don't want to be a part of it. Sherry Duvall. Okay. So there's this bickering back and forth in this group conversation. There's several people, part of the Patriot community, the Bundy family, alternative media that are part of the conversation. And I just see a lot of hatred in it. And I don't think people are making comments based on love in their heart for other human beings. There's this need to be right, you know. Apparently I must have given my phone number to someone that thought it was important for me to be a part of the conversation, but I'm going to opt out. What I wanted to do was to share that, you know, there were many of these conversations that went on behind the scenes during the Bundy trials. And, you know, a lot of these conversations that I was a part of, they were all verbal. Sometimes they took place by phone. And I never did share it with you guys what was going on. But now I'm going to, because I think this is something. I watched a video a week ago or so, and I did leave a comment in the video. Everybody's mad at Ammon, because he holds a different opinion than they do. I think it's childish. I mean, really, are we not mature enough that we can't handle somebody disagreeing with our opinion? Why attack and wish them dead because they have a different political opinion than you? That sounds like a lefty to me, not a righty, right? It isn't that the beliefs that are propagated by the extreme left. I mean, isn't that why they go out on the streets and wreak havoc and tear things up and set things on fire, right? We call them radicals, and we can see how ridiculous they are. But yet, here these people are supposed to be a part of the right, and yet they're engaging in the same type of behavior. They're wishing someone dead. I mean, come on. Really? Really? To me, it just goes to show that the left and the right are the same. And I've never placed myself on either side of the aisle. I'm the one that's always standing in the back, right in the middle, because I'm not going to take sides on this. I just, it's hard for me to see some of these individuals, which I liked, at one point, but how they react to other people. I mean, they're so defensive when somebody disagrees with their opinion, and I'm sure it's probably upsetting the Bundy family, Ammon and his wife and them, how now Ammon is being attacked because of his political opinion. And especially being attacked by people that once came to your defense and helped save you, your family, and the ranch, and stood with you with the Hammonds, and there was huge consequences that everybody paid. Emotionally, physically, financially, spiritually. I think it took, I know all of this took a toll on me, and I was just a behind the scenes person. I wasn't even a part of, anything strenuous. I just, I did what I could in the background. So, and I know it took an emotional toll on me, the way that some of these people act and behave. So, anywho, all of these, leaders, all of these main characters, that are out in the public in 2014, 15, and 16, now they're all fighting amongst themselves. So these are, people that had qualities of leadership at one time. This is politics. This is what politics is designed to do, is to divide and conquer. I mean, and here these people are, they can't even see that they've been suckered into doing it too. I think that's why it's suggested, I've heard it so many times, never talk about politics or religion, because it's the two topics that are sure to create a divide. I don't know, guys, what do you think about all of this? To me, it's just a shame that I see that somebody made me a part of this conversation, and I'm receiving all these text messages, and I just can't believe some of the crap coming out of people's mouth, and how they are so against Ammon Bundy now because their opinion on immigration differs from Ammon's. It's shocking to me. Shocking. So I hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll keep you up to date of how this all turns out. I know the other, you guys wouldn't even know about this if I didn't share it with you, because you're not a part of the group conversation. Your phone number wasn't added to this. It's not going to show up on Facebook or Twitter or any of those social media sites, because this is individuals, that all have each other's phone numbers, and that, worked here on the ground in Nevada or in Oregon, worked together at one point, and now you can see everybody is all divided. Okay, guys, I hope you have a good day. I'll talk to you later.